goddamn Mr. Terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, how the hell are y'all doing? It is your boy, the Alpha Prime, aka Chop. Okay? Listen. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. You see it though. You get me. Listen, y'all. I just want to say this, bro. In James Gunn, we trust. Okay? James Gunn, we trust, man. This is just my reaction to watching Superman. Okay? First of all, do yourself a favor, watch it in IMAX. But before we get into that, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, okay? Or make sure you just tell somebody about your boy. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. So this is spoiler-free review, of course. I want to say that this movie was really nice. I mean, let's talk about the cinematography of this shit, bro. The goddamn capturing of this shit. The angles at which James Gunn used his noggin and his imagination to film this shit was different, bro. Right? It was different. Like, y'all saw the angles through the trailers. That up close of Superman was excellent because it's not like it hasn't been done before, but it's the fact that it just felt like you were flying with him, okay? Now, for those of you that know ball, okay? You know ball. You know about the myth of the cameraman and how the cameraman is technically the strongest being ever because the cameraman can keep up with Superman. Now, the camera work looked good. Like, it was a straight path for Superman, okay? When he was flying, you can tell he's cutting through wind, he's cutting through sound, nigga is out of here, bro, he's gone. And so, I want to talk about that. That was really blessed. That's my real talk about that one. That was fire. On to the next topic, costume design. Yes! Fuck is you mean? Now, I will say, the only costume design I wasn't too really much of a fan of, Guy Gardner's costume, okay? Guy Gardner's costume, I do wish he had more green. He is a Green Lantern, not a goddamn White Lantern with barely any spots of green on him. But whatever. It's still a cool design at the end of the day. It's just, it kind of made him look like a White Lantern. Hey, it is what it is. But he is a Green Lantern. I'm gonna be honest. Costumes were fire, okay? Shout out to my nigga Eddie, okay? Mr. Eddie, I'm gonna put your name up on the screen right now. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I also can't remember it on the top of my head, but I could try. But Mr. Eddie, right? We all know Mr. Eddie. He acted as Darwin in fucking Excellent First Class. Hold! His fucking character was hold, and he himself felt super hold by that shit, bro. But before we get into that, let's continue the costumes. Sorry, y'all. I almost derailed the topics. Now, costumes are gas. Lex Luthor was, in a suit and shit, whatever. Lois Lane, she came through with the fits too. I like it. She had a little bit more of a modern take, She wasn't wearing like button up and like skirt like how Lois usually is portrayed. She was dressed up. Jimmy looked like Jimmy Olsen. And not really much I can say about that. But all I can say is Superman's costume, fire. Crypto, fire. Vinny. Let's move on. Now, talk about costumes. Okay, we're gonna talk about characters, and I think this one is gonna take the longest, okay? Now, for the characters, Superman. David Cornsweat, aka Superman. David, you did your motherfucking pelt, bitch. God damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, put it up for David Cornsweat. God damn it. It is Pelt Thizzle. That's Superman. That's Superman. Not my Superman, because at the end of the day, Superman doesn't belong to none of us. Okay? The weirdos in the back of the classroom that wanted to fucking boycott this movie because of fucking because it wasn't a Snyder cut or whatever. Bitch, we got the Snyder cut. That ship has sailed. If I'm being dead ass with y'all, motherfucking Zack Snyder's movie would have been better if the DC execs at the time didn't lay their grimy fucking palms, their fingers on that shit, right? The movie would be much better because Zack Snyder's a fire director. But like, goddamn. DC has this eternal stain right now where it's like, bro, niggas feel like DC gotta be serious. You feel me? It's disgusting. Get those niggas out of here. I'm so glad. Shout out to goddamn James Gunn again, bro. Because one thing James Gunn made evidently clear is it's a DC Studios film. It's got nothing to do with Warner Brothers. Hell yeah. Fuck Warner Brothers for what they did in the past. Not for the fact that they don't make good fire movies, but for what they did in the past to DC. Period. Fuck them. Now, I'll talk about characters. David did a great job. He portrayed Clark and Superman. Excellent. Wow. Did that shit. Let's go over to motherfucking Nicholas Hoult. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't do too much research, yo. This is kind of, I didn't do too much research in a sense. This is kind of off the top because it's fresh. I just saw it yesterday, so it's fresh off the top of my head. Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I only remember the person that played Superman and Lex Luthor. I don't remember the others, okay? Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't. But those are the only two that were really of importance to me going into this movie. Let me just preface that. Now, Nicholas Hoult. I love the fact that this is somebody that tried to be Superman. He tried to, basically, he went to audition for it, from what I heard, and he didn't get it, clearly. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing that he could have probably, like, internalized that hate. Like, real life hate for the fact that he could be Superman, and then interpreted that into the character. That nigga is Lex fucking Luthor. God damn. If you know Lex Luthor, y'all, if you know of Lex Luthor from comics, from shows, y'all know this nigga is one of the worst. You feel me? He's one of the worst beings ever created. And Nicholas, it is shit with that nigga, man. Fuck. So that's what I want to say. The actress that played, whatchamacallit? The actress that played goddamn Lois Lane. Listen, I'm gonna put her face and her name here. Y'all don't crucify me, but I haven't checked. Anyways, you feel me? Now, this actress, she did a great job. And might I say, great casting for her features as Lois Lane. Now, in the Zack Snyder movies, you know what I'm saying, the DCU, I'm gonna be honest, the other actress that played Lois Lane in that one, she didn't really have it, dog. Not saying she didn't have the acting chops. She could fucking act her ass off, but she wasn't no Lois Lane. No offense to her. It is my opinion at the end of the day. It's not fact. But to me, she didn't have it. And also, they didn't dye her hair wasn't fucking black too, bruh. Lois Lane's hair is black, man. Come on. That's like rule number 1. She was a redhead. I'm like, ma'am, you're better off being Mary Jane than Lois Lane. Damn. Fucking bars. I promise you. These are off the top of my head. Anyways, now let's go back to it. She did a great job. You know, like Lois Lane is kind of annoying. You know, she's like, fuck. Like, shoo. You know, that kind of annoying. But it's like she did a really good job because she got the arrogance. She got the goddamn, you know, the bravery. She had all of that. She did good. Now, the motherfucker that played goddamn Jimmy Olsen. My boy, you did fire. You did good as hell in that shit. So Jimmy Olsen, from what I know, he's just that guy, okay? Now, I don't know if it's a running gag or if it's a real fact, but Jimmy Olsen is able to pull baddies. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying anything more than that, so I don't spoil that. But Jimmy got it, bro. He got it. Shit. He got it. Now, he did good too. We didn't really see too much of Chief Perry. But shout out to the actor that played Chief Perry. I've seen him in other different flicks. He's been in a lot of movies. He's one of them ones. You feel me? So he didn't have too many lines. But let's move on from, you know, the Daily Planet niggas. Let's get to the other stars. I'm gonna start with man like Nathan Fillion. I know about Nathan Fillion, y'all, and I'm gonna be honest. He's not like he's more famous to me because I haven't seen too many of his movies, but I have seen movies where he's been in. Okay, now I will say this. The reason why I remember Nathan Fillion is funny. I only remember it because of that one time in Big Mouth when that girl, I don't remember her name, the little girl that has she had a crush on him and she used to fantasize about Nathan Fillion. That's the only reason why I know Nathan Fillion. I remember Nathan Fillion. That's the only reason. So he did a great job as Guy Gardner. I was pissed. I'm like, fucking Guy Gardner's bitch ass is here. God damn, who invited Guy Gardner's bitch ass? Right? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I need my water. Water break. Woo! That's good. Anyways, now, who invited goddamn Guy Gardner's bitch ass? But at the same time, I liked it, bro. You know? Nathan Fillion really did his thing as Guy Gardner. Because Guy Gardner is annoying, but he's a decent fucking Green Lantern. Never get it twisted. He's great. All right. Hawk Girl. I know the actress, but I can't remember her too well. I think she played Dora the Explorer though, in the live action. That's about where I can remember her from. She did pretty decent as Hawk Girl. I mean, we didn't really see too much of her. I know that her and Guy Gardner are also in season 2 of Peacemaker, so I need to go check that out. Maybe she had more lines there, I don't know. But she did good, you know. I was like, that's Hawk Girl. That's Hawk Girl. Sure. Now, motherfucking star that I'm trying to talk about. Motherfucking goddamn Mr. Terrific. Bitch! My nigga Eddie. My nigga Eddie, bro, you were hold in X-Men First Class. For those of you that don't know, he played Darwin. Now, those of you that know about Charles Darwin from the name Darwin, Charles Darwin is somebody that talked about evolution. All right? This character, go figure, he has the ability to evolve into any scenario situation that best requires evolving. Let's say my nigga is on fire. He can evolve his body to be fire resistant. Let's say he finds himself deep within, you know, the ocean. He can evolve his body to grow gills. This nigga is OP. So the fact that they killed him off with some kind of nuclear bullshit, it was racism. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you niggas, because y'all killed off the black character and actor in like the most grotesque way possible. I don't know what it is. I hate that shit though. I hate seeing that, but that's another topic for another day, y'all. But it was dumb. Anyways, he felt scarred by that because he knows the character. And listen, Darwin is not somebody that can be killed easily. Are you dumb? He can't. So when they killed him off and they never brought him back, because he said in an article that he was expecting them to bring him back or bring the character back because they told him they would, which they lied. Shout out to Fox's bitch ass for that shit. Fox Studios, you know. And so the fact that happened, it sucked, man. It sucked. It did. So the fact that he came and then was able to now do his thing in this movie, god damn. Shout out to James Gunn one more time. Jesus Christ. The reason why I'm saying that is because, listen, y'all, one thing about James Gunn that I have grown to respect and appreciate is the fact that he's able to bring such relevance to unknown characters that people otherwise don't find interesting or don't know nothing about. Mr. Terrific, don't nobody really know too much about him. Mr. Terrific is the world's smartest man in the DC universe. All right. He is also a billionaire like Batman, but unlike Batman that handles like, you know, street level crime, Mr. Terrific handles more than that, right? Grander scheme of things. I think he even goes into space and stuff. I think he gets extraterrestrial with his justice and, you know, discoveries, because he's also a scientist. And so I ain't gonna lie, when you watch the movie you see what I mean, but Mr. Terrific was done right in this, and I never knew I needed to see such masterpiece, man. Such a masterpiece. God damn it. Oh shit. So yeah, shout out to James Gunn, shout out to Eddie. Eddie, sir, I'm sorry I didn't look up your name before I made this video, but it is what it is. We like to go off the top here because it's fresh, it's authentic. Anyways, let's move on. Now, Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult. I know I talked about you, but I gotta talk about you again. You a slimy motherfucker. God damn. Holy shit, Lex Luthor is a bomb, but he's a vindictive bomb. Fuck. Character did great, man. He did great, you know? Did really good. I ain't gonna lie, he did really good. This man hated Superman so much. Boy, fuck. Boy, he hated that nigga. That's what I gotta say. I think I've been doing pretty good, by the way, y'all. Just real quick, let's check in real quick. I think I've been doing really good. I think I haven't dropped any spoilers. I am dropping little hints. Oh, up to you. Don't look out for it. Just go into the movie, okay? Yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna say this, man. Shout out to the actor that played Ultraman, and shout out to the actress that played the engineer. I don't know too much about the engineer at all, because I thought I was Mary. It only made sense, because if y'all know Mary is Lex Luthor's assistant, who happens to be a cyborg. Okay? I thought I was Mary. You know, find out that somebody called the engineer. I was like, oh, whatever. Unless her name was Mary and I missed it because he kept saying the engineer, and that's what I stuck with. But oh well. I feel like I missed the mark with that one, but it's all good. Now, that being said, there were some lovely Easter eggs in here. Not as many as you would find in a fucking MCU movie. Speaking of MCU movie, let's get on to the next section, the final section. This is our closing thoughts, right? I personally rate this movie an 8.5. I give it an 8.5 because it's the start. Even though, you know, it's like this is a Superman that's kind of a little bit experienced. It's the start of something new, which is the DC Studios or DCU, and so the official DCU, and so it's like, it's you know, it's something to look forward to. So I go 8.5. This is a great movie. I definitely want to watch it again. I mean, duh, I want to watch it again. I recommend watching it IMAX. It's just one of those ones, bro. It was shot for IMAX. Watch that shit at IMAX. Dead ass. You're doing yourself a great justice. You can watch it in regular, you know, cinema too, like regular resolution if you want. But I recommend IMAX. You got it. You know, if you got it, if you're a fan, quote unquote. I mean, of course you're a fan, duh. But like me, listen, if I'm a fan of something, bro, I don't mind dropping a few more dollars on it. Not like I got it like that. I'm not no millionaire yet. I'm not a millionaire yet, but I just like I appreciate quality shit. So if it's something that's quality, I'll spend on it. I'm so serious. That's just me personally. And I am just trying to say that I like this is something so this is something that my wife actually said when we watched the movie, because I watched it with her, right? She said that this kind of felt like an MCU movie, and I'm like, there it is. Now what I mean by there it is the reason why it felt that way is because this movie had some kind of balance, right? Like, this wasn't the kind of MCU that's like everything is so fucking funny. Thor, Love and Thunder, you tried it. This wasn't that kind of movie, okay? This was a movie that had a good balance of seriousness with some undertone of comedy. Because again, Superman is not Batman. He's not Batman. Not everything is so serious, okay? I can expect super seriousness from a Batman movie, not from Superman. There's some lightheartedness regarding that. You feel me? And this movie was like that, okay? It was a comic book film, how a comic book film should be. It should have a balance to these things, okay? We're all human beings, bro. We all, I mean, look, even in our darkest moments, I believe it's possible to find something good or bright or warm to resonate with. So, that's what this movie had. A lot of serious shit going on. Touched on a lot of real concerning topics too, right? It did, but it also had some lightheartedness behind it. So I loved it for that. Costumes were great. Like I said, there were cameos here and there. Not bad. Cameos, Easter eggs, you know, shit like that, you know? Some really good ones. For my OG Superman fans, you know, the ones that watch Christopher Reeve, that's all I'll say. There's a cameo that y'all might appreciate. And it depends on how sentimental you are, I guess. Either way, that's it. I think that about covers it. This has been my very first no spoiler review, because at the end of the day, I can't talk about the scenes, but rather I choose not to talk about the scenes because I could, but I don't want to. I really would prefer for people to watch this, give it their own thoughts behind it, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. You know, it's what it is. Oh, one last thing before we fully close. Some dickhead old fuck, he shushed me and my wife when I was geeking about something I saw in the movie. Bitch ass nigga, fuck you, stupid. He shushed us. I'm like, nigga, you're coming to a Superman film. I wasn't talking anyhow during that film. I was gasping, I was reacting. I'm like, oh my gosh, I knew it, you know? Oh, bitch, I'm a nerd. Fuck, nigga. I'm a nerd. I'm going to talk about nerd shit during the movie. Pussy. Yay. That's all I got to say about it. And that's it. I'm washing it off my body. Fuck that nigga, man. Anyways, that's all I got to say. Oh, before we leave, let's leave on a goddamn lesson to think about. Today's lesson, ladies and gentlemen, is this, right? Appreciate the little things, man. Appreciate the little things, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been going through so many fucking changes in the past 3 months. Like, just not bad changes, but just changes in life. Like, a lot of new things have been developing and coming around, right? And so it's had me like, it's had me divide myself and really focus on just being a grown adult, you know, being a grown adult. This is what it is. It's had me do that a lot. And so I appreciate the little things like being able to go watch Superman with my wife, being able to watch Superman, period. Being able to fucking eat some food, being able to record a video and upload it to YouTube. So I appreciate the little things you got, y'all. Because these little things might be huge in somebody else's eyes. So don't take it for granted, myself included. I'm talking to myself too when I talk to y'all. Anyways, that has been it, man. It's been your boy, goddamn the Alpha Prime. Okay, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Come back for some more. All right. Make sure to check out my gaming channel. Yeah, you feel me? Make sure to check out my gaming channel. By the way, I am streaming again. I'm now gonna be streaming mostly on Twitch. I tried dual streaming, but sometimes I want to record and stream. And if I'm being dead ass, my GPU cannot handle all that work. I tried to do all. My GPU was maxed out at 100% processing. So yeah, go figure, man. I was pushing that bit. I might need a new GPU, or I might need a new PC. I'm probably gonna go for a new GPU if I'm being dead ass. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my boys about it because I have two friends that can consult about that shit. So yeah, come back. Okay, we are currently at 489 subscribers. Please, I need 11 more, y'all. 11. Let's get to fucking 500. I should have got to 500 when I had the chance. I'm just joking. The truth is, I could have got to 500 2 years ago, but I was slacking. I want to focus on the gaming channel. But I really do appreciate this channel, because this channel is the reason why I'm even able to have a gaming channel in the first place. You know? So, but, you know, boy, the Alpha Prime, aka THEALP. Peace.
Open and close, over the stove, we cooking up, hold your nose, this shit like fentanyl, Troy your soul, my little Wody been dying to catch a murder, let him go on your bros, niggas said that he ran my block, minutes later his head got popped, no cat, lower than Mac 11 in my grandma's spot, no bet.